It wants us to write an equation, which is just y equals mx plus b. Now, the first thing we do when we see a table is we draw our arrows. Then then we would know that it's what side over what side for m. M is right side over left side. So what would I subtract on the right side over here? I do my bottom number minus my top number. So I would do -9 minus 0, which gives me -9. So that's going to be my right side. And then my left side, what would I subtract? I would do -4 minus -16. Well, I have two negatives right next to each other, so what happens there? The two negatives change to a positive, so I would have -4 plus 16. Now, are these same signs or different signs? Different signs. Different signs add or subtract. Different signs subtract. So I would do 16 minus 4, which gives me 12. Then I would keep the sign of the bigger number, so this would be a positive 12. So I have -9 over 12. Now, usually this would be enough, but in this case we do have to simplify it because both 9 and 12 are divisible by 3. -9 divided by 3 gives me -3, and then 12 divided by 3 gives me 4. So this will be -3 over 4. Then b is right here, and how do we find b? b is across from x equals 0, so I go down and I find, oh, there's 0, so now I come over here and my b is the -12. That's right there. Next one, Owen ordered a new gaming system and 3 controllers from Amazon. The gaming system costs $199.95, and then each controller costs $49.95. So I'm going to draw a picture to kind of help. These are going to be my controllers, and then this is the gaming system. So I know that each controller costs how much? $49.95. And then the gaming system costs how much? $199.95. So at this point, how would I find the total? Well, first, I need to figure out how much my controllers cost. So I would do $49.95 times 3. And that gives me $149.85. Then I still have the cost of my gaming console. And what do I do with that? I would add that. So I would do plus $199.95, and that's going to give me my total, which is $349.80. The next one says Meredith is designing a tablecloth to cover her kitchen table. If the diameter of the circular kitchen table is 18 feet, how much fabric in square feet will she need to cover it? So I'm going to draw a picture of this. We have our circle, and it gives us a diameter, and diameter goes all the way across. So this right here is 18, and we want a tablecloth. Now, do tablecloths go around, or do they go all the way through? They go all the way, oh, hello. They go all the way through. So that means I'm looking for something that goes like this. So when it comes to circles, remember, there's only 2 possibilities. You have circumference, and you have diameter. Oh, diameter. What the world? Area. You have circumference and area. So circumference goes how? It goes around. And then area covers. So in this case, are we finding circumference or area? We're finding area. So area formula is area equals pi times radius squared. I don't like that formula, so how do we rewrite it? Area equals pi times radius times radius. Well, in this case, this 18 is a diameter. So how do I go from diameter to radius? I would divide by 2. So I do 18 divided by 2, which gives me 9. So I would have area equals 3.14 times my radius, which is 9, times my radius, which is 9, or 3.14 times 81, which gives me 254.34. Next one, I have a missing side over here, and how do I solve for missing sides? I set up a proportion. So I do where my corresponding sides equal each other. So I have 4 equals 9 over same shape. So what's on the same shape as 4? That would be 6. And then what's on the same shape as 9? That would be x. We solve proportions by cross multiplying, so I have 4 times x, which gives me 4x, and then 6 times 9, which gives me 54. And then we divide both sides by 4, and we will find that our answer is 13.5. For the next one, we have an equation here, and just because it has decimals doesn't mean we freak out. Okay, first step, line through the equal sign. Second step, shield x and its coefficient. Remember, the sign that's in front of the coefficient also belongs in that bubble right there if x comes second. All right, now what do? We would subtract both sides by 24.08. Cross these out, and that gives us 8x equals, this 2 turns into a 12, this 7 turns into a 6, 12 minus 8 is 4, 6 minus 0 is 6, this 2 turns into a 12, whoa, and then that 3 turns into a 2, so I have 12 minus 4, which gives me 8, and 2 divided by 2, and then 2 minus 2, which gives me 0. Now what do I do on both sides? Divide by 8. When we divide, that's going to give us 1.08. The last one says a student can pull 3 pieces of candy from a bag. In the bag, there are 5 Twix, 3 Twizzlers, and 2 lollipops. What is the probability that he will pull a Twix 3 times and if he does not replace it? So he does not put the Twix back in. Now, how many actions did we do? We did 3 actions. And what does that mean? That means we have 3 fractions and we multiply. 1, 2, 3 equals our probability. Now, first, let's talk about the probability of him pulling a Twix the first time. How many Twix does he have total? 5. How many total lollipop or candy pieces of candy does he have? Well, he has 5 plus 3 plus 2, which means we have 10 total pieces of candy. Now, he pulls out a Twix and he does not replace it. So how many pieces of Twix do we have in the bag now? 4. And how many pieces of candy are in the bag now? 9. Now he pulled out another Twix and he doesn't put it back. So how many pieces of candy do we have in the bag now? 3 out of 8. We simplify before we multiply, so we'll start with 5 and 10. And both 5 and 10 are divisible by 5. So what's 5 divided by 5? 1. And then what's 10 divided by 5? 2. Now we'll check 4 and 9, and that can't be simplified. We'll check 3 and 8, so that can't be simplified. Then we'll check our diagonals. We have 1 and 9, and that can't be simplified. And then we have 2 and 4. That can be simplified because both 2 and 4 are divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 gives us 1, and then 4 divided by 2 gives us 2. Check it again, and we have 2 and 8, and 2 and 8 can be simplified because 2 and 8 are both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 gives me 1. 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. We check our other diagonals now, so we have 9 and 3, and 9 and 3 are both divisible by 3. 9 divided by 3 gives me 3, and 3 divided by 3 gives me 1. So we'll do 1 times 1 times 1, which gives me 1. And then we'll do 1 times 3 times 4, which gives us 12. So there's a probability of 1/12.